Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you two 500 sets. These are Western Electrics, and these are Maureen's telephones from California. And they're really cool, older model 500 sets. So basically we're going to go through them and repair them for Maureen. And so basically what's happened here is the handset cords were really not the issue. They were just not in good shape, and they didn't send them, and they wanted new handset cords. So we're going to go ahead and install newer handset cords. And these telephones were hardwired at one time, but basically they have been converted most likely by the telephone company. And this telephone here, this is the initial checkout, has a crack in the body here, and we're going to stabilize that crack, and we'll get that repaired up. This modular handset port is in good condition, and we're just going to have to go through these handsets and the whole telephone on the initial checkout. This one is a hardwired telephone for the line cord, so that was not converted at that part of the telephone, but it was converted at the handset for the modular port. And we're going to be going through the rotaries and kind of going through everything on these telephones because they want to get them in working condition again, and we want to make sure they dial out properly and that they sound proper, and that you have transmit and receive and everything, the bells are working and things like that. Now on this telephone here, we have a crack here. We're going to try to stabilize that from the inside. And this modular port is broke on the handset port. And I'm sure this was converted at one time also because it's an early model 500. And this one is broke here too. So we can tell that's been notched out. So we need to replace that also. Now this one had a red handset. I'm not sure how that must have been painted by the phone company or someone, but somehow it got a red transmitter capsule cover, and we're going to change that for Maureen. We're going to go ahead and put a black one on this telephone. Not sure how that ended up there, but somebody had a red one, and they went ahead and installed it, but we'll put a regular black cap on. We want to free up these rotaries. They feel pretty good, but you always want to oil them, go through them, and adjust them and clean them and make sure everything's working properly. So basically, we're going to go ahead and start troubleshooting these telephones. They had various problems with them, and we want to check them out and make sure that we know all the problems and go ahead and repair them. Now, this telephone here has the type of feet that you would basically see on a 302. And some of these were leather or suede, same thing. And these are the rubber ones. So it's an early model. They have 500 DM on it. And then on this one, we have the round feet pad. And they have 502 on this one. But it's a 1965. And there's probably a date code on this telephone also, although I don't see it from just checking it out. Might be a little earlier telephone, most likely. But they're both pretty early model telephones in the 500s, and very cool telephones and very durable and good equipment. So we're going to go ahead and take a short break from the video, and we're going to start the process of repair on these. and we'll get a little more video as we move along and get a final check on these telephones. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and I want to show you the inside of this telephone real quick. We'll go ahead and give you a look at that, and we want to make sure that we go through the bells now. They've got some wires laying on the bells, and we want to remove that so that doesn't get in the way. But another issue is the receiver handset modular port. There's a couple of pins here that are all bent up, and so what we want to do is we can go ahead and replace them. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these. We want to pull them out because we're going to replace them. So we'll take that one out. It's the two outside pins. And so we've removed them now, and we'll go ahead and replace them. So now what we want to do also after we do that is we want to go through the rotary. So we're going to go ahead and take a short break from the video and get some new pins in this modular port. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are finished up with both of these telephones. So what we want to do here is we're going to go ahead and do the initial checkout on this telephone here on the right. Now we have replaced the red transmitter cap, so we're going to move that out of the way. And we wanted the telephone to look more original, and with this worn out paint on this red cap, we wanted to make sure we changed that. So anyway, what we're going to do is ring this telephone and do the final checks on it. I'll let the ring go a few times. Let it go one more time. Give you some dial tone. And now what we want to do is go ahead and dial through our numbers. So if you watch the analyzer, you'll watch the numbers go by. I'm going to end in a 2, and then I want to transmit into the handset. And if you watch this red light on the analyzer, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hello, hello. So we know this telephone is ringing, it has transmit, receive, and it is dialing out. We have replaced the handset cord on both telephones, went through both dials, made sure the bells were wired properly, and just kind of went through all the connections and made sure everything was proper. Now, we did stabilize the crack that was on this side of the telephone, so that won't be an issue any longer, and that has been stabilized. This telephone was hardwired, so there was no need to put in a modular port. It's already hardwired, but on this side it has been converted probably by the telephone company, and that modular port for the handset plug was actually had to have a couple of the pins replaced, so that was also repaired. So now what we want to do is move this telephone over to a regular line. I want to get my other phone back in our ports there and call a time and temp number, give you some dial tone.
Good afternoon. Shop online anytime at Offenburg.com. A short drive to great value. Today is Thursday, November 29th. The time is 2:56. Current temperature 65 degrees. Now the Belleville area weather forecast. Mostly clear tonight, lows in the upper 30s. Partly cloudy on Friday, a high in the low 60s.
Okay. We can call one other number. We'll call my number and it'll be busy. Some dial tone. Okay, so now what we can do is we'll move this telephone back and we'll bring this one forward and we'll go ahead and do our final checks on this telephone. We'll go ahead and ring it. We'll let that go a couple of times. Give you some dial tone. Now what we want to do, if you watch the analyzer, is we want to walk through our numbers. I'm going to end in a 2, and now I want to transmit into the handset. So if you watch this red light on the analyzer, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hello, hello. So we know that this telephone is ringing. We also know it has transmit, receive, and it's dialing out. What we want to do now is we want to move this telephone over to a regular telephone line. Give you some dial tone. And we'll call it time and temp.
Good afternoon. Offenburg St. Clair Auto Mall with 5 new car lines at one location in O'Fallon. Offenburg.com. Today is Thursday, November 29th. The time is 2:58. Current temperature 64 degrees. Now the Belleville area weather forecast. Mostly clear tonight, lows in the upper 30s. Partly cloudy on Friday, a high in the low 60s.
Okay. We can call one other number. We'll call my number. Give you some dial tone. And it'll be busy. Now on this telephone here, it has been converted. At one time it was probably hardwired, and so basically what they've done is they notched that opening out where the hardwire used to come out, and they would install a modular port for the line cord. Same thing on the side. What used to be a hardwired telephone with the handset cord, basically they did the same thing. They notched out the hole and installed a modular port. And both of them had to be replaced. The line port and the handset port, along with all the other things that we went through with on both phones, like the rotary, the wiring, made sure the bell was wired properly, handset cords, went through the receiver on transmit and receive. And so now these telephones are repaired, and we can get them back to Maureen, and she can start enjoying these telephones. These are 2 really cool 500 sets. And we get a lot of calls about these. I want to bring this one up forward here. These telephones have a lot of quality, and they're very durable and made very well by Western Electric, and that's why people like these telephones. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics, You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.